I dated like four guys within the space of how many years, like and I didn't get married to any of them before I eventually met my husband. You get, so make sure you watch this video to the end to hear the full gist. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toyosi Fix. I film about faith, motherhood, relationship and lifestyle from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. If it's your first time here, you're welcome, and also if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Thank you guys for supporting me. I am grateful. Thank you. In my previous video, like two of my previous videos, I talk about when you're out of relationship, you definitely get another person, a better person in it. So I'm going to be sharing my story with you on this video. So make sure you watch to the end. How I dated like four guys within the space of how many years, like and I didn't get married to any of them before I eventually met my husband. You get, so make sure you watch this video to the end to hear the full gist. And that is the name for my story. Thank you. So I want to say this in like two of my previous videos. I talked about if you're not comfortable in a relationship, like you are not getting what you want, there's red flags and all other stuff, that you just walk out of that relationship. Just walk out of that relationship. Don't be scared to say bye bye. Don't be scared to walk out of that relationship, because you definitely find somebody else, a better person. Sometimes you are just scared that we won't find somebody like that particular person. Like, okay, it might be like this, it might be like that, but it's cool, it's nice, it's this, is that. You're just scared to come out, to walk out of that relationship. Please, if you are not comfortable and there's so many things involved that is not right, just walk out of it, and trust me, you're going to get another person that is better. So let me go into my story now, and I'm going to tell you why. For me, I'm going to tell you why I walked out of those relationships. I made up my mind that I was going to keep myself. If you have not watched my awkward wedding night video, go and watch it, 1 and 2. My wedding night story and all other stuff. So go and watch it, awkward wedding night part 1 and 2. So I was determined that I was going to get married as a virgin. I determined in my mind, like nobody called me, nobody told me that okay, it's okay to get married as a virgin, but I just knew in my mind, like, okay, I'm going to keep myself. I'm going to keep myself till I get married. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep myself no matter what. I'm going to keep myself till I get married. So I made sure that anything that is going to lead to not achieving that, I'm going to stay away from it. So I knew any relationship I'm going to get into, no kissing, no touching, no intimacy, kind of, you get what I mean, so as to avoid story that touches. So as to avoid the story that touches. So I made up my mind that I'm not going to get into that in my relationship, in any relationship I get into. Throughout my secondary school, like, I was not into any relationship. No. Let me be sure, because I don't know the person that is watching this video. No. I went to a mixed school, boys and girls, and we have male friends, kind of, but I don't think I had anything intimate with anybody. No, I was not into any relationship, either play or no, I was not. I had people, like, I had guys that were asking me out in my class then. But no, like my friends, they were into relationships then in secondary school. When we were in secondary school, like, they had somebody is my boyfriend, and I know what they do. They might not really go have sex, so, but I know that they used to do touch like that. But so I made up my mind. That was by the way. So I made up my mind I was not going to enter into any relationship. I'm not going to enter into any relationship that's going to put me into that situation of kissing and all the likes. In my pre-degree days, I entered into a relationship with a guy. Yes, but it's not in my school. It was in another school. In another school. So he used to come visiting, you get. So he now said I should come over to his school to visit him. So, and honestly, I didn't want to go, but I just heard, okay, let me just go, because I'm not the going out type. Like, I don't go out. Like, my life, my life is just, before I got admission, my life is just church to the house, church to the house, church to the house, church to the house. So when I entered school, I was not really serious with God. Like, I was not really serious in pre-degree. Like, I was not a worker in church, in the fellowship, in the school fellowship then. So just like Sunday self, sometimes I might not go for fellowship like that. So I was not really serious with God then. So I went to his school, and he was staying alone. Like, there were 3 or 4 friends, but they have their separate rooms. You get, but he was staying alone in his room. So I got there, they entertained me like his friend. They were so friendly and all of that. And he was a good guy. He was a cool guy. Like, it was, you get what I mean? He was cool. He was okay. Like, I was so they took me out. I ate. I was okay. We were chatting and smiling. And so I got in the evening. So when we are about to sleep in the night, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll sleep on the bed, and maybe it's probably going to sleep on the rug, or what was I then? So in my mind, I was like, maybe it's going to sleep on the rug, or probably sleep in his friend's room. So he didn't even enter the room on time. So I felt maybe he has gone to sleep with his friends. So he came back inside the room, and he slept with me on the bed. So we were sleeping on the bed together. Before I knew it, he was now moving closer. Like, he was moving closer to me on the bed. And I was not comfortable with it. I was like even my husband that even got married to me, I was on my wedding night, I fumbled. So I was not like, and before I knew it, it was like all over me. I was God. Like, God was just merciful to me, because it would have raped me that night and nothing would have happened. I used my 2 legs and entered his room, his house. So I was like, what's going on? Like, I was like, stop it, what's going on? Like, he looked at me, was shocked, like, are you kidding me? So you don't know that? Do you think you will just come here and it's a normal thing? Like, it's a normal thing. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this with you tonight. And he was like, no, you have to. And in my mind, I was just praying that God just help me. God just help me. I don't want to let this guy not just have the mind that he's going to rape me, because all his friends, they were guys. Like, I was just like, what is going on? And I planned on spending the weekend. I don't even know what I was thinking. I went on Friday, so I had the plans of staying there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and go back to school on Sunday. So I was like, no, I can't do this. And I was like, no, you have to. It was just like all over me, and please act. It's like, actually, I was practically begging him that, okay, wait, just hold on. Like, God just took control that night. He was very upset. He was very angry. He was just angry. And eventually he slept on the rug. And I didn't even sleep. I didn't sleep. I was just like, God, oh yeah, let money come. Let them break. Let them break. Oh. So immediately it was morning. I rushed, and he was even asking me, do you want to eat? Like, in the morning, he just acted like nothing happened. Like, nothing happened between us. In the night, like, everything was cool. Like, okay, what do you want to eat this morning? I told him, I don't want to eat anything. I'm going back to school. I was not like, okay, what's going on? You want to go back? I said, I want to go back to school. Like, I'm going back now. Guys, that was how I went back to school. Like, even he saw me off to the park. Like, he's a good guy, he's a nice guy, he's a cool guy, but he's a nice guy. It's okay. Like, he did well. He didn't even act like we had such issues in the night. Like, he saw me off to the park. He was cool. He was, but I didn't want it. That at that particular time, I didn't want it. So I had to work out. I had to walk away. So I said to myself, okay, If I'm going to date you and you feel we are going to be having sex, then it's not going to work for me. Like, I don't plan of having sex outside marriage. Like, I want to have sex when I'm married. Like, I want to start having sex when I'm married. So your own mentality of having sex with me before I get married, before we get married, if at all we are going to get married, it's not going to work for me. That is, I walked out of the relationship because I knew I can't, like, I can't manage it. I cannot, like, I have my determination, I have my rules. I know what I want, I know what I don't want. So I know that I cannot go into relationship. I know that I want to get married as a virgin. I want to keep myself. So if I'm going to keep myself, getting into relationship where there will be intimacy of that kind is not going to work for me. So I walked out. He's a nice guy, he's a good guy, he's okay, it's everything, but that is not going to work for me, and I walked out. Like, I don't even have the mind maybe I'm going to get a better person or not, but I knew that this relationship is not going to work for me, so I walked out, and we ended the relationship. Everybody stayed there. When I even got back to the hostel, my sister was surprised. I said, I thought you said you would come back. I said, no, I'm back. And I just said that, okay, this is what happened, though. This is what happened, though. So I had to come back to school. If you set your rules, like, set your standards, you get what I mean. You have what you want. This is what I want in a guy. This is what I want in my marriage. These are my determinations. You get what I mean. So don't let somebody come and make you bend your rules. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not talking about pride now. I'm not talking about, okay, I want this in a man, I want this. No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, you understand what I mean. Like, there are some things you want. I don't want my husband to eat me, so it can't be eating me in a relationship, and I'll still go ahead and get married. Those are the things I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, you are proud, like somebody comes to you, you are just like shaking your head like a peacock. No, that is not what I mean. So that is by the way. And if this video is super long, I'm going to split it into two, so it's going to come in part 1 and part 2. So let me just say this because I don't want it to be super long, so that you guys can watch to the end. So the second person I did like, how come did I even get married as a virgin with all this my plenty relationships? So the second person I got, and the point is, I don't know. It's not like I'm not the relationship freak kind of a person. Like, I'm not the kind of person that I just want to be in a relationship. I don't know. I just find myself in such situations. You understand? I just find myself in situations like that. Okay, so that is by the way. I just find myself, not that like I just want to be in a relationship every time. No, I'm not even this relationship freak person. I'm not the kind of relationship kind of person. So after that, I got to another relationship. 0 level. Like, this person is is in my school. So we got into a relationship, and so we started dating, and anytime he comes to my room, to our room, he wants to kiss me, he wants to touch me, and I'm like, please, is there any relationship out there that you don't touch, that you get what I mean? And I was just hungry, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this with you. Like, he was like, the first one was even better. This one, he was angry, was like, okay, he even said it to the extent that I have somebody I was dating in Ibadan. That is why I'm not giving in to him. Like, maybe I have somebody I was I'm dating at home. He said, you have somebody you are keeping at home, so you are now squeezing body for me, so you don't want to listen up for me, like something like that. He was angry. It was just like, it's not possible. I've not seen anybody, any lady that would not say, don't touch me, don't do this, kinikon, and all of that, this thing. It's not possible. That means you have somebody that is giving it to you at home. I was like, seriously? And he just left the room. He was very angry. Like, he was angry. And he left the room, and I was like, and trust me, this guy, he's a good guy. Like, he's a giver. Like, talk of anything, like, you don't even have to ask him for anything. It's just like that. He will give you anything. When he's coming to my room, he brings gifts. You don't even have to, like, give money, gifts, talk of anything. Like, he's like, and he's caring, like, all over you. And but that, it will not work for me. But you know what? I didn't let all these things get to me. Like, I didn't let gifts get to me. Like, so I want to say, maybe you are collecting things, like, he spent so much on you, and you're like, how will I get somebody that is going to be spending like this for me? Trust me, you will get a better person. And I was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. And you know, students now, you always need money. Like, his parents are okay. They are doing well. So money was not his problem. And I was like, I'm me now. My mom is a teacher. You get. And I see this guy that is all over me and wants to spend money on me. He's spending, like, even my sister was like, this guy is, his hands are open, like, he's a giver. But I know what I want. I'm not gonna trade my body because this person is giving me stuff, is giving me gifts, giving me money. No. So you now said, okay, so you now give me a condition that, okay, if I'm not ready to give in, that means we will not be able to continue with the relationship. And I was like, wow. And I said, fine. Like, my mind was made up because I have what is driving me. I have a drive. I have what is driving me. And I'm determined in my mind, I'm determined that no matter what, I'm not going to give in. So, like, it's not even up to 2 weeks. I started seeing with another lady in school. That was the end of the relationship. Like, his elder brother even knows me well. Like, I go to their room, we play, we joke and all. So it's not maybe, you get what I mean? It's not maybe shere, whatever. So we broke up. Like, we broke up. We broke up because I have my rules, I have my standard. This I am not going to do, and I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to do it. The third person. Don't judge me. Like, how do you, you know, I like, if I tell people that, they will be like, okay, so how do you eventually get married as a virgin with all this your plenty relationship? So I met this other guy again. We met in church in Ibadan. We met in church, and we were even planning our lives together. Yeah, we were planning our lives together. And what really shocked me with this third one is that he's a believer. Like, he understands all these things. Like, you understand all these things, your bed not defiled till you got married and all that stuff. And really, then when I was in pre-degree, not that I'm born again, but not that I'm really born again or I'm really serious with God, but I have a background. I have an upbringing. Like, I have my parents, they are they are born again, like they are church people, they are lovers of God. So I have this foundation, I have this upbringing, like, how do I put it now, like they gave me a decent upbringing. So even morally, I'm well brought up. So all those, I know that there's people that are brought up and they still like drift away one kind, but in spite of bringing me up in a godly way, I still have my own, like I still have my own thing, my own mind, like the things I want to do, the things I don't want to do, this path I want to follow. You get what I mean? So all those times, it's not because I was born again, really, but I just have this particular one in mind, that this is what I want for myself. You get what I mean?